I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and this is my opponent, John Kennedy. He used to be a Democrat that talked like this.
Well, we have another program here at Treasury that we're very proud of.
But then he became a Republican, switched accents, and now he talks like this.
I will not let you down. I'd rather drink weed killer.
Oh, and by the way, now he's good buddies with this guy. John Kennedy inspires people like this and has now raised $15 million to keep ruining Louisiana. We need to build a grassroots movement to defeat John Kennedy and build the margins of the Democratic Party in the U.S. Senate. Chip in today. We're a long way from 15 million, but people power can catch up. Let's go to work.
Avocado toast eating insiders elite.
Okay, so there's our friend. I wish I knew him. His name is Gary Chambers, running for Senate against Foghorn Leghorn there in Louisiana. Here's one more of his ads. I love his ads. They're great.
Every 37 seconds, someone is arrested for possession of marijuana.
Oh my
Since
God.
2010, state and local police have arrested an estimated 7.3 million Americans for violating marijuana laws, over half of all drug arrests. Black people are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana laws than white people. States waste $3.7 billion enforcing marijuana laws every year. Most of the people police are arresting aren't dealers, but rather people with small amounts of pot, just like me. I'm Gary Chambers, and I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Now, where are my audience members who say that if so-and-so would run on the legalization of marijuana, they would win, or I would support them, or I would give them money, or I would help them, or I would volunteer for their campaign? Where are those audience members? Because Gary Chambers, who's running for Senate in Louisiana against Foghorn Leghorn over there, avocado eating toast. I mean, he's such a front-running phony, this guy. This Senator Kennedy. I mean, every time he's on a Sunday show, he makes news for saying some damn ham-handed, backward, racist, undergirding of democracy comments, something, right? He's a horror show, this guy. Okay? I mean, he sits there and he asks Supreme Court nominees, so who does your laundry? Because they're women. I mean, it's sick. He's a sick, sad sack. But anyway, here's Gary Chambers smoking a giant blunt in his official campaign ads, giving you the statistics on how much freaking money is wasted prosecuting marijuana, small amounts of marijuana crimes in this country. It's Chambers for Louisiana. I believe that's his website. And then, of course, this is the latest one, and I got to just give it one more spin because this one just blows my mind. This guy is so blunt and so honest and so upfront about his positions, okay? And he's here on this ad burning a Confederate freaking flag in Louisiana, running for the Senate. I love it.
They said, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. But here in Louisiana and all over the South, Jim Crow never really left, and the remnants of the Confederacy remain. In 1873, when a black man named PBS Pinchback won a U.S. Senate race, he was never seated. They claimed election fraud. The attacks against black people, our right to vote, and participate in this democracy are methodical. Gerrymandered districts are a byproduct of the Confederacy. Our system isn't broken. It's designed to do exactly what it's doing, which is producing measurable inequity. 1 in 13 black Americans are deprived of the right to vote. 1 in 9 black Americans do not have health insurance. 1 in 3 black children live in poverty. It's time to burn what remains of the Confederacy down. I do believe the South will rise again, but this time, it'll be on our terms. I'm Gary Chambers, and I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Chambersforlouisiana.com. If I could raise, like 2 cents for him today, I'd be very pleased with myself. He's on Instagram, too. He's on Insta at Gary Chambers Jr., at Gary Chambers Jr. You could just follow him. You don't even have, just watch. And let's see how he does. Now, this is a long shot, right? I mean, nobody's sitting here trying to blow smoke up your, well, maybe we are. And the smoke's coming from a burning Confederate flag. You gotta love this dude. I'm so sorry. You gotta love him. I just think that he has so much guts and integrity to just put himself out there like that. And that's kind of what we say we want. So now when you're confronted with what you say you want, an honest person to run statewide in a red state against an elite, against a big government voting suppression, a Confederate loving fake of a fraud of a man who sounds all of a sudden like Foghorn Leghorn, except when he worked over at the Treasury, he sounded like every Wharton graduate that ever came down the pike. He sounded as Ivy League as the Ivy League sounds. Fake, phony, frauds, all of them. Then give him a minute of your time and have a look and see if he could get your vote. That's all I'm saying.
You know, while the Republican Party elevates guys like Youngkin and DeSantis who want to drag us back 50, 60 years, we need more candidates like this guy speaking truth. This guy's great.
He is. He's worth a look simply because he puts himself out there in his true self. He presents himself truthfully. He presents himself strong. And he presents his ideas to you and tells you what he's for and backs it up with numbers, with data. How much money we waste on prosecuting low-level marijuana crimes. How many people are duped out of their vote. How the gerrymander works. What Jim Crow does to a state. To a state, an entire state, and its hopes and dreams, and its ability to move into the future along with the rest of the country. Or you could just go and elect guys like this.
The RNC resolution last week referred to the events of January 6th as a legitimate political discourse.
Legitimate political discourse.
That's not correct, what the RNC was talking about. They were talking about everybody knows anybody who broke in and caused damage. That was not called for. Those people, we've said from the very beginning, should be in jail. What they were talking about is the 6 RNC members who January 6th has subpoenaed, who weren't even here, who were in Florida that day.
So you're supported that resolution?
And he walks away. How about that? How about Kevin McCarthy? How about that? Just walk away. After your party called the violence that we saw, the violence that police officers felt, the violence that caused 5 people to die that day, legitimate political discourse. And now they're parsing. They're, oh, well, you know, we're not talking about the people who did that. We're talking about everybody else. Oh, so are you talking about the people that forged their names as duly elected, duly selected, duly certified electors? Are you talking about the people that wanted to use the DOD, the Department of Defense, to seize machines? What are you? Who are you talking about?